Hello, everybody. My name is Emily Campbell, and I'm here today with Robbie Grimes and his wife, Jennifer Grimes. So, Robbie, I know that you are running for Laurel County Sheriff, but I think there are some people out there that would like to get to know you and Jennifer just a little bit better. So, so how long have you all been married?
We've been married 7 years this year.
This year, 7 years, yeah.
So how'd you all meet?
I met in church. I went to school with her brother, and we went to church together. And
We've just always been friends.
our families knew each other growing up, so we've known each other a while.
And so do you all have any children?
I have two boys, Seth and Jacob. They're out of the house. They're military. They do their own thing. Yeah.
They both went to the Army, and now they're out on their own. Seth's in Lexington, going to PA school, and Jake's in
Bloomingfield,
Indiana.
Okay.
He's in Indiana. We'll put it that way. He's in Indiana.
So what about the pets? How many pets do you all have?
Including horses?
Mm-hmm.
We've got 5, including the cat.
Yeah, we have a cat.
That's everybody's favorite part.
2 horses, 2 dogs, and a cat.
So Jennifer, tell us what you do.
I am a cosmetologist. I mainly do lashes. I own a salon, Pink Cashmere. I've owned it since I opened it in 2015, 16, and 16. Started working on it in 15. And we just recently moved to 192 with the Smith Global Group. So that's really all I do.
All right. So, Robbie, did you grow up in London, or where'd you grow up at?
I grew up here in London, sort of in between East Barnstead and Colony on Glenview Road. So we're not too far from there where we live now.
So you've been here your whole life. What made you want to run for sheriff?
Well, it's been something it's been coming for a long time. I knew years ago I wanted to run. I just didn't know when. Had to wait on that time, and I felt now was the time to run.
So how many years have you been in law enforcement?
Overall, 25. I spent 18 years at the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. Started as a bailiff under Sheriff Freddie Aden, and moved up to patrol sergeant, lieutenant, captain, all the way to major throughout my career there.
So what are some of the areas in the community where you think you could make a difference if you were elected sheriff of Laurel County?
Well, I think we just need to really get back to the basics. I've been talking to lots of people throughout Laurel County, and they've got some concerns. A lot of the concerns that I hear are the same thing over and over again. Drug dealers in neighborhoods, burglaries, theft reports not being followed up on like they should be, serious crimes, sexual abuse, where the victims are just left kind of without any communication. I think we really need to pick up on especially those 3 and just get back to the community work.
So I know you and Jennifer share some values as a family. Can you tell the community what some of those values are and how you might carry some of those over to being sheriff?
Well, we're grounded very deeply in our faith. We attend First Baptist of East Barnstead Church, and we rely heavily on God and our faith, and I'll bring that with me. I believe Christian values are very important, not just in your household, but in leadership as well.
And so, Jennifer, how do you feel about Robbie's run for sheriff?
This is something he's always wanted to do. I knew he was going to do it. I think everybody that grew up with Robbie expected it and seen it coming. I'm happy if he's happy.
You know Robbie better than anybody. It's safe to say at this point. What do you think about Robbie would make him a great sheriff?
Well, I've watched him when we first started dating. He was a sergeant on the road, so I've watched him almost do everything except for be a bailiff. I knew him when he was a bailiff. We went to school together, and that's really when I got to know Robbie. He would stop and visit where I was working, and I got to talk to him a lot then. But I've watched him be a sergeant. Then I watched him climb up the ladder as lieutenant, captain, and then major. And I've I've watched how he has learned how to do everything, how he's wanted to do everything. And then I've seen his joy, and I've seen a lot of disappointment. He knows what he's doing, obviously.
So, Robbie, something I think that's unique about your history in law enforcement, you said you started as a bailiff, right?
I did.
So, and then you went to, I guess, patrol.
Mm-hmm.
So you've worked essentially every position you can work as a police officer within the sheriff's department.
I have, yeah.
Do you think, I know some things I've heard from the community is they really want more hands-on leadership. And that's not just for the sheriff's role, but seems like every role that's up for election right now. Do you think that experience can help you be more hands-on and facilitate better leadership?
I think so. Well, I know so because, I've got the empathy that I know what it takes to do every job there because I've done that job. I've helped prepare the budget. I've helped collect taxes. I mean, I enjoy knowing what the others are doing. I want to do it for myself so I know what they're doing and can understand it. And I was just telling somebody yesterday, I've told several people this. You're probably not going to find me in the office very often. I'm going to be out and about, talking to people in the community, helping my guys work, because I believe in hands-on leadership.
Absolutely. So it's safe to say the public could expect you doing patrol work. They could expect you at the courthouse working with the bailiffs. At tax time, they can expect you working with the ladies up front.
I'll be collecting taxes, putting the judge on the bench, or you might see me do anything.
Absolutely. So, Robbie, let's say that it is January 2027. You have won the Laurel County Sheriff's race. Can you tell us what you want to do with your first 100 days or your first year in office?
Well, first, I would the first thing that I want to implement and get the ball rolling on will be the DARE officer back in the schools. I really think that's important for our children. There's so many different types of drugs now than there used to be. I mean, there's drugs on, you can go in and buy THC and CBD that's disguised. I mean, it looks just like candy that you buy in a grocery store. That's very important to me, and I would like to start a sheriff's kids camp for the summertime for the girls and boys to come out and educate them on drugs. It'll be a faith-based program. I've already spoke to a couple pastors in the area about helping me. So those are two very important things to me. I would also take a very deep dive into our community's needs. I'm sure they're different in every community to make sure our deputies are serving those needs to the best of their ability. And, it goes all the way back to what I said earlier. We just need to get back to the bare basics of helping the community and putting people above politics. That's what I believe.
Absolutely. And so I think you also have a unique perspective in the sense that you also have worked with the London Police Department. And I'm sure that over the course of your time with the Sheriff's Office, you worked with Kentucky State Police and other agencies. Do you feel that if you are the sheriff that you're going to be able to keep close ties with other sheriff's departments, other police departments in the area to make sure that responses like the I-75 shooting or threats to schools or anything like that those can be handled with a group effort? Yeah,
I'm glad you asked that. I wasn't expecting that question. For a long time, I've had an idea in my head that I would really want to start. And I would like to, I don't even think I've said this publicly yet, but I want to get every agency head in the county, whether it be a federal agency, PD, KSP, KVE, all of them, and meet sort of in a neutral place, like Frisch's once a month or something where everybody's equal, we're not in somebody's office, and discuss the issues that we face and come up with some proactive ideas to solve problems we may be facing in the community. And I think that would build relationships with all of those agencies. That way, when you have an I-75 shooter incident or something big happen, you already know the guy you're needing help from, and you've already got a relationship established. And I just think that would make any law enforcement event go a lot more smoother and be more beneficial for the community. You get the most out of the situation.
So, Robbie, I have so enjoyed talking to you and Jennifer today. Is there anything else that you would want the community to know before we wrap this up?
I'd like the community to know that I've served my entire adult life in public service. I started when I was 16 at the fire department. Joined 2 fire departments, Swiss Colony and East Bernstead. So from there, I went to the jail. I went to the sheriff's office. I've served my community. I live here. I'm from here, and I love the community here. I want to make this place the best it can be for my family, my grandchildren, your grandchildren, and that's why I'm asking for your vote. Vote Robbie Grimes for Laurel County Sheriff. Thank you all.